Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Garden Hello. My name is Seema. I'm so glad that you are here. You're watching my videos. Your comments, your shares, your likes really mean a world to me. I love getting to know you guys, to watch your channels. And again, welcome back to my garden. This is week 19 of my weekly garden tours. So let's see what's been going on in my garden here. Before I do my regular routine of a walkthrough and harvesting this time, I want to let you know that there is a giveaway that I'm announcing at the end of this video, so stick around and see how you can enter. It's for seeds, for fall seeds. Starting with my big tomato bed again. Obviously a little bit different. I've taken out a few tomato plants that were already dying, didn't produce much, and then after that there was a huge storm that came through and knocked out a few more tomato plants. So it's looking a little sad, and I'm pretty sure there was temperatures that were really close to the freezing point. So I think a lot of my tomatoes felt it and suffered. So let's see how much tomatoes I can get out of this patch. Not a bad harvest. You saw I ripped out a tomato that had fallen over from the storm and just took out the stake, so it looks a little cleaner. On that side there was a few branches that fell over as well, so I took them out. But look at this harvest. Yes, this is a mix of green and ripe tomatoes, but these tomatoes will ripen up in no time and I will be able to enjoy them. Moving on to my pepper bed over here. My peppers are flowering. Even though, like I said before, it got almost to the freezing temperature, my peppers are still flowering, still putting on fruit. They decided to extend their growing season, I guess. I heard that peppers always love hot weather, but it's not hot. The high's been in the 60s in the last couple of days, so I'm not sure what exactly is happening. So I'm gonna harvest just the ripe peppers from this pepper bed, and actually might just leave most of them on there. I don't have any room for them anymore. There's so many of them. So I don't know how much of that you actually saw. Sorry about the angle, but I did take out my bell peppers because they just start putting off some flowers and they just don't have enough time to actually produce fruit in this amount of time. So I went ahead and cut them down. They're gonna brown up, hopefully add some organic matter to the ground over here, and I'll have easier access to the rest of the peppers. But still, I got plenty of peppers. So I got some buena molada peppers, some bell peppers, and some pumpkin spice jalapeno peppers. I got plenty of jalapenos still to pick. I'm not exactly sure when to pick them, because if I pick them like in this stage, they still are spicy and delicious, so I could potentially pick them as well. But I'm leaving them on because look at this. They are still growing, still producing, still flowering. It's crazy. Moving on to my strawberry bed, I have found out that a lot of bugs like strawberries. Strawberries attract a lot of insects, so I realized that if I don't pick them when they are not ripe yet, when they are just a little bit of pinkish, I will lose them, and not to birds, surprisingly. I was expecting to lose them to birds, but I'm losing them to wasps and bees and all the little flies. Apparently they love strawberries, so I've lost a lot of strawberries to those little boogers. But next year, what I'm thinking I need to do is cover this bed up with some netting that hopefully prevent any insects of getting in there and destroying my crop. But to just give you guys a closer look, so I got tons of flowering strawberries like this. And see, even this is when I need to pick them, because tomorrow this will be eaten over here. So I just have to go through and I guess pick them. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful patch. I did not expect to get any strawberries from here, but it looks like we do have a decent harvest here. All right, I gotta do some serious cleaning up here in my cherry tomato bed. First of all, I want to collect all the ripe tomatoes because I still have enough time to ripen up a few more. So I don't want to collect a lot of green tomatoes if I don't have to. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse and clean up this area a little bit. All right, are you guys kidding me? Look at this harvest of cherry tomatoes, and I think this cleaned up all right. I still have a ton to clean up, but I think I'm not gonna have enough light if I actually stick around and clean this up. So next video I'm gonna continue with that, but let's move on to my okra bed. I figured out how I like to eat it. I like to roast it. So I roast it with my potatoes, and it actually tastes really good. So just olive oil, salt and pepper. Tastes really, really nice. Fresh, not so much. I want to see if I can pickle it and try it that way. Frying, I really grew this garden to get away from frying, get away from just ingesting a little bit too much butter and fat. So I'm gonna try to stick with pickling and maybe sauteing these as well. I really, really like it. I want to say goodbye to this patch though. I want to use this section to plant some fall garden things. So I'm gonna say goodbye to okra and rip them out. What I ended up doing is bending them and cutting them. I didn't want to disturb the soil too much, so I didn't rip them out. And I just tossed them right outside my garden. I hope to build a compost pile one day, but for now everything kind of goes right there and chickens scratch through it and spread it out, so it's not just like a huge pile just like standing. This space here I want to use to actually plant some fall things. As you know, I planted onions here, but because of this massive forest of okras, so much shade was generated that onions couldn't really survive. So I want to try again and maybe do some kale or some spinach. Here on this bed over here, right on this other side of trellis, I have some peppers here, but they're not terribly ready, so I'm gonna just let them be because I have a full basket already that I harvested. So I'm gonna move on to my other bed here. It is my sunflower bed. My sunflowers are dying, which is expected, but my beets are coming up, my carrots are coming up, my Swiss chard is coming up, so it's really exciting. Let me show you. So right over here, my carrots are actually starting to grow. Not a ton of them, but some, so I'm excited. My beets are growing nicely, very, very nicely. And then here I have my beautiful leftover sunflowers. There's a lady that is going through my garden just as usual. Here we are. Do you have something to say, miss? Are you exhausted maintaining this huge garden all by yourself? Yeah, I thought so. Get out of here. Get out of here. My zinnias over here are doing amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, we get it. My catnip over here is also doing really great. I got some more beets over here. I want to sow more carrots over there just to fill in the space, so that's the plan. Here on my green bed here, I allow the chickens go into that bed just because it's empty. But coming back to this green bed, I have lettuces over here that I've been harvesting, putting in my chicken wraps. Amazing. Radishes are coming up. Cilantro is coming up, and all the greens over there are looking amazing. My lettuces have been very successful in the past couple of plantings. Here are my radishes over here. A lot of them actually are coming up. I'm not sure what this is. I think this might be arugula or something of that sort because that does not look like a radish. Some radishes over here as well. And look at this forest of cilantro. It's looking real nice here. Some chives, parsley, and look at these. These guys right here, I don't mind them because they will turn into butterflies. Fill in the ecosystem gaps here. But here's oregano with some weeds in their midst, but nonetheless, oregano and zinnias. I have to show you these sweet peas that I've actually planted during fall, and they're actually growing, and they're growing quite a bit, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first time I showed you, these guys were barely reaching the bottom, and then they reached about a foot, and now another foot. I told you guys that we have near freezing temperatures, and I think some of these guys actually suffered some frostbite, which is surprising at this time of year, but nonetheless, they're climbing. They are surviving this temperature gap, so I'm really happy. These radishes are coming up very nicely, although I do have some damage over here for the most, but they're coming up. This zucchini over here is actually growing, which is kind of funny. I want to see how far it gets. Alright guys, as promised, here's the exciting part of the video. I have Baker Seed certificate to give away. It is not too late to plant some seeds. If you're already in the lower areas, growing zone areas, you can plant indoors. And I mean, you can plant a little pot of kale and have kale all through the winter if you really want to. For those who are in my zone or zones above, you still have plenty of time to plant and harvest. For example, I'm gonna plant some radishes, some cauliflower and broccolis, and cover them under the frost fabric, so to expand that growing time that is available to me. So I am so excited to give away a gift certificate to Baker Creek Seeds. They have exotic seeds. I've been planting most of this garden's planted from Baker Creek Seeds, and look at this abundance. I'm telling you guys, hop on this. What you want to do is check out my Instagram, which I'm gonna link down here below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and tag somebody, up to 3 people, to enter into this giveaway. I'm telling you guys, $30 gift certificate will give you a lot of seeds and exotic seeds. I mean, look at these radishes right here. Look at this purple of Sicily cauliflower. I've never even seen this, but I'm sure it's amazing. Quinoa, are you kidding me? So hop on this giveaway, do yourself a favor and get yourself some seeds and plant them, guys, plant them. Also, check out my next video of how I'm gonna clean up my garden, top off my beds, and plant these seeds. Thank you guys so much for watching my journey, watching my videos, commenting, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next week's video. Bye.